Rob Tapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I only found out recently that his wife was she was in all those Insidious movies, and she was also the teacher in Nightmare on Elm Street. But yeah, New Line, man, they were making money.
Yes.
Yeah. Does Disney own Lego?
Yeah. Who? Disney?
Yeah, because when I was there, I saw like a bunch of like there was like Lego stuff everywhere. Like they had
I think the Warner Bros. Did the Lego movie.
okay. Because I know
But
Disney had like a big Lego section.
yeah, and there's also a lot of Lego Star Wars and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was cool. I got to go for Force Friday, so that was pretty neat. So I got like a first edition hat, which was cool. There was this one guy who was there who bought like all these not droid, stormtroopers, life-size stormtroopers statues that talk and have lights that shoot out of them and stuff. And he was putting ponchos on them because it was like crazy rain there. He was like putting ponchos on. He had like tons of shit, man. I think that guy must have bought like one of everything, because he was just standing there with a whole bunch of stuff around him, like at the cash. They had to like bring in these trolley things and bring the stuff to the guy's room. The guy had so much stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. It was cool, but there was a lot of people. Definitely a lot of people. You get lost very easily over there.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, they own a lot, man. They definitely. I would wonder how much it costs just to run that place. Like daily must be insane.
Must be like a fortune or something.
Yeah. That's crazy. Damn.
I bet Warner Brothers wish they had that much like money that a theme park that big.
Yeah. Warner, man. I saw when I went to Universal like in 2010, that was cool. They had like a lot of like the back lots.
Yes.
So you can kind of walk around there. It kind of feels like everything looks familiar, you know, like it's hard to pinpoint it, but everything in there looks familiar. It sucks because when I went, they took away the Back to the Future ride like week before I got there, or like a while before that. So
What a shame, really.
yeah, they replaced it with a Simpsons ride, which was good, but it's not, you know. I was really looking forward to that one, and it wasn't there. Yeah.
Well, at least I got to experience it before they took it down, because I went to Universal Studios, Universal Orlando, like 2 times when I was a kid.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Ah, so you must have loved that.
Yeah, it kind of scared me at the time as a kid, because the movements that they were making, it kind of felt like I was actually in the DeLorean and flying around.
Yeah. Did you do the Jurassic Park?
Oh, I went in there. The first time I got so terrified of the T-Rex that I didn't want to go there again.
Yeah, like I was freaking out. Like my sisters were like, okay, well, we're not going to go on it, because they've been there before, right? They were like, well, you know, you can just go on it. And then you come down, you know, with the water and everything. But like, wow, that was freaky, seeing that big T-Rex.
Because because I didn't know it was real or not at the time. I was a little kid. I thought the T-Rex was gonna eat me.
I definitely I knew it was animatronic, but it still freaked me out. I was like, holy cow. Holy cow. Damn. What other stuff did you do while you were there that you can remember?
The Spider-Man ride.
Yeah, that was great. The 3D one?
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Of course, me going into that ride was a given because if you know by now, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah. Spidey.
Yeah.
What do you think we're gonna see with the new Spider-Man?
Hopefully something that is accurate to the comics and still a good movie. I think
Mhm.
the unpopular opinion, but what did you think of the original Sam Raimi trilogy?
Um, the first one I was mixed on because I couldn't get over the fact of
Organic web shooters.
the
Yeah.
web coming out of the wrist. The second one I really liked. The second one I went to see it maybe like 4 or 5 times. I really liked that one. The third one, I went on opening night, and they had to start the movie late because so many kids were like just being idiots, like hanging off the balcony, like their feet hanging off the balcony, and like no one was turning off their cell phones, and people were taking pictures in there, so they made everybody turn off their phones for that. I remember that was when piracy was big. And then I could have done for more Venom and less of the crying and dancing. I kind of felt like, you know, they took
I
it a little
know.
too far.
I agree. I really like the second one. I think that's the closest that they've gotten to capturing the essence of the comic book and still being a solid superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely dealt with the tragedy and the conflict that Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is going through within and all around him about whether or not he should be doing this as Spider-Man or not.
Yeah.
The first one is definitely no masterpiece. It definitely feels a bit cheesy at times, but it's kind of a fun, comic book movie. Definitely, I wouldn't say it's amazing by today's standards. I'll
Mm-hmm.
definitely say definitely. But the third one, I didn't. I never liked the third one. I always thought it was a piece of shit.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. I felt ripped off. Like I felt
Yes.
like I got in line and waited all that time and paid my money and had to put up with all these kids doing stupid shit there, and it just didn't pay off. It just uh, and like for a while there, I was thinking, okay, is Venom going to be a cameo? Is it going to be like
Set up for the fourth movie or
yeah,
something.
yeah, and then that just felt like ripped off.
Yeah.
There's like a couple of things in there that took me out of it, like the first Spider-Man when he's the first one. I remember seeing the first one in the theater, and when he has that fight with Green Goblin at the end, when they're fighting, it was so Evil Dead.
Yeah.
It felt like Evil Dead. Then in part two, when Doc Ock is on the operating table and he starts coming to life and stuff, that reminded me of Evil Dead.
Yes.
And the Venom at the end, like when the symbiote kind of separates or whatever, that kind of felt like Evil Dead, but it was just not enough.
It's
You
not
know?
enough. Yeah, you might have said Evil Dead in the first one, which is to the point kind of right. But the final battle in the first one, Spider-Man got his ass kicked for the first half, and then he got back up and started whooping Green Goblin's ass.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't even like what happened there? Like how was he getting his ass kicked so easily?
Yeah, yeah. When that bomb goes off and he's like,
Yeah.
and like, oh man, he's all shredded up and everything. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely love those. What like I remember going into, I think it was either before Spider, I think it was after Spider-Man 3, before the project got canned for Spider-Man 4 with the Vulture. Before I started
Yes.
hearing Black Cat and Vulture rumors, there was a rumor that Bruce Campbell was going to be in Mysterio, and
Yes.
And all the characters that you see him play in the other ones were just roles he was practicing for movies. And I thought that would have been an awesome Spider-Man movie.
Yes.
And it always bugged me that they never went for that.
Well, you can blame the third movie for that. Really.
Yeah. The gimmick Venom cameo.
Yeah, what happened with the fourth Spider-Man movie, because it was put in development hell, really? Because they canceled it over the reboot because Sam Raimi didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
Because even today, Sam Raimi admits that Spider-Man 3 was a fuck up, really.
Yeah. I think maybe a lot more money was at play with that one. I think maybe a lot more of the studios and that were just using it as a banking chip. You know, I don't... A lot of me really, when I watched that movie, it kind of feels like Raimi wasn't really invested.
Yeah.
The way he was in part 1 and 2.
It definitely was more of a studio thing. Like, Sam Raimi was trying to please everyone, the studio, the audience, and it felt like he didn't have that momentum to do it all. He just felt like, okay, I need to cram this in just to make the fanboy happy. I don't care how illogical it is. It has to be in there. You know, Venom, he has to be at the end. I don't really care for Venom, but he's got to be in there somewhere. And that's why Venom turned out that way, because, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Topher Grace.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Talk about miscast. miscast, man.
Yeah. Venom's supposed to be big, right? He's supposed to be a big guy.
He's supposed to be a big guy, and they got this shrimp of a motherfucker to play him, and his acting was so poor in the role, and it also doesn't help. It also doesn't help that he's such a one-dimensional bad guy in the movie.
Yeah. There's no, at least like when Peter has the symbiote on in that movie, he's got that range. He'll be bad, good, but you see that pendulum. Whereas Brock, I don't know, it just doesn't. It just felt really one-dimensional. Like he was just, okay, well, I'm gonna kill Spider-Man, and that's it.
Yeah, he's about as three-dimensional as a freaking villain out of a Schumacher Batman movie, really.
Yeah. And if they would have brought it in maybe halfway through the movie, maybe he would have had enough character development. Yeah. But so late, in the third act. Wow.
And from what I remember, I think the Venom scenes were really the last parts done, I almost felt like reshoots, really. Like they...
Yeah.
Like they were going to save Venom for the fourth movie, but they decided, no, you got to put him here. You got to do it now.
Yeah, like we're only doing Sandman in this one. No. Throw Venom in.
Yeah, even the trailer, like the second trailer for the movie had no Venom. Then there was another version that had Venom in it. Mm-hmm. And then finally, in the final trailer, they decided, okay, we're going to give Venom, but we're going to do him in a shitty, half-assed way.
Yeah. Man, and it's true too, because when you look at it, Venom really only comes in like halfway through the third act.
Yes.
Or almost halfway. So right there, it's a lengthy movie. It's 2 hours. So
yeah.
Man, it's 20 minutes to the end is kind of it's kind of pushing it.
Yeah. It definitely seems like they and even though there's too many villains in there, it seems like there's no real challenge for Spider-Man to face. I mean, there's the whole thing of the whole black suit and the symbiote, but it feels so rushed, and it doesn't even feel like there's meat to it. We don't see much of him struggling with the black suit, the symbiote in him.
It's a very big missed opportunity.
Yes.
When you look at it, because they could have had something really great there.
Yeah.
Yeah.